So Invincible is once again taking the world by storm, and yeah, we're gonna have to do this again because I'm not sure why Invincible fans do this to themselves, but it is what it is. Started off with Ben 10, now it's on Powerpuff Girls, but now Anissa, one of the most controversial characters in Invincible history, and I am going to address this before I really begin, but yeah, some of y'all disgust me with this character. Yeah, y'all really do. I don't care if she's attractive. I don't care if you would or stuff like that. I'm gonna address this in a little bit. But today we're gonna have to talk about the horrific truth between Anissa and She-Hulk. As this fight is not close. Not even remotely. It's one of the most one-sided beatdowns. But before I begin, let me address this. If you are in that ballpark that says Mark was lucky, or I would let that happen to me, and Mark liked it, because Anissa assaulted him, and got a child out of it. So if y'all are in that ballpark, leave, get out, unsubscribe. All right, I need y'all to go because that is disgusting. There are victims out here, okay, that do not consent to all that. All right, and Mark is one of them. Already emotionally stable, emotionally, out there and stuff because he had a breakup with Adam Eve, and y'all out here saying that he was lucky. I wish that was me. Are y'all kidding me? Y'all are disgusting. And the reason why a lot of male victims are not taken seriously. Y'all out here really saying this about a male SA victim. And this is the perpetrator. Is she attractive? Yes. Does that change what she did? Absolutely not. And the fact is, she never got any repercussions for it. So without further ado, let's really talk about it, right? Anissa was strong enough to overpower a mentally unstable Mark, right? And was able to take attacks from him. Keep in mind, this is a Mark that was post his Viltrumite War and post his Conquest fight. So he should be a lot stronger. Now, isn't this in the same level as Conquest? Likely not. But she's definitely faster, definitely more agile, and is likely more skilled. She was also able to take attacks from Alan the Alien, who was honestly just holding back entirely. She was also able to take attacks from Ragnar's, albeit this did eventually end up killing her. For the better of the universe, obviously. I mean, she never got any justice for what she did to Mark, so honestly, it's obviously not fair. In terms of speed, all Vitrumites would actually be faster than light. They're all capable of like tearing apart the planet, all of them together. And there was only like what I think around 50, maybe less, pure-blooded Viltrumites left, and yet they would still scale likely relative to Mark at this point because they were the strongest of their race here, and they all should scale above this Mark who performed a planet-shattering feat, which again would easily get into like the moon levels of attack potency because then you would have to divide the fact that Mark needed help and needed to literally move at a velocity, otherwise this would have killed him. But this also grants Mark faster than light capabilities as well, so Anissa would scale to that. Next off, we have She-Hulk. I'm not going to use any higher levels. I'm not. I'm going to use base standard 616 She-Hulk. Because if I use the Celestial Infected She-Hulk, that is literally a flick. All right? She's going to flick Anissa and she's going to be dead or knocked out. Or she might accidentally kill her. You see, this She-Hulk has done some outrageous things, all right? Let's just be kind of honest here. With the Celestial Infection she was able to not only beat down, but even pin a Dark Celestial underfoot. Keep in mind, Dark Celestials are above the regular Celestials as they were slaughtering them like nothing. She's been able to literally battle against a much stronger Namor that's been under the water for God knows how long. She's even been able to thrash multiple gods that were on the same level as unworthy Thor. So, yeah, I think it's very safe to say that she would absolutely kill Anissa in this form. But what about basic She-Hulk Legendary? Yeah, well, her AP allows her to still draw blood from characters like World War Hulk. Yeah, still drawing blood. No match for him, but, obviously, it's still a much stronger and angrier Hulk, but still able to draw blood from him. Then you also had Red Hulk. Yeah, able to draw blood and even put an absolute beat down on him when she's really like pissed off. There was even a time where she straight up dive bombed him with the help of the Lady Liberators at least, and just straight up curb stomped his head into the ground. By the way, this was definitely one of the best comics. A whole lot of cheeks everywhere, if you know what I'm saying. But believe it or not, She-Hulk is also vastly skilled, being able to use her skill in combination with her strength to even take down characters like the Abomination. Again, a Hulk level threat, or a Savage Hulk level threat. And she's actually taken attacks from the Abomination back in the classic days as well, so there's really no if and buts about it. But if you really want a testament to how strong and how skilled she is, she beat the champion in a boxing match. Now, keep in mind, the first round didn't go so well because the champion actually had the power gem. Yeah, he actually had an Infinity Stone in his head and was, amped. However, in a standard, battle or boxing match here, She-Hulk straight up dominated him and beat him. Yeah, so in a fair fight situation, the champion lost. And keep in mind, the champion is someone who's been able to go toe-to-toe and box in a worthy Thor. I'm going to say that unworthy, excuse me. A worthy Thor. Or, a full power Thor. Not current Thor, but again, a full power Thor nevertheless. Same Thor that has universal to universal level feats. Oh, I know, well, Invincible, we don't scale that high, Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just keep it at universal. Y'all barely even get to solar system, if not star level. And y'all can't even survive stars, to be honest. That's kind of funny. And keep in mind as well, the champion, again, no amps, mind you, back then was able to hold his own against Thor, Hulk, Thing, Sasquatch, Namor, Colossus, Doc Samson, Wonder Man, all restraining him. And he flexed all of them off. Just flexing them. Like it was nothing. Like this was a casual Tuesday for him. And keep in mind, he is an elder of the universe. Yeah, that also gives him, some type of advantage as well here. But again, the sheer fact that he was, beating down characters like Sasquatch, Colossus, and etc. And believe it or not, Jen has actually been able to take down Thor herself. Yeah, back in the classic days, she's actually been able to harm the likes of Thor. Yeah, what is Anissa doing? I want her to really just, think about this with me for a minute. What can Anissa actually do to She-Hulk to actually make a difference? Can she speed blitz her? No, that's not even going to work either. Can she harm her? No. Do I think she's faster than She-Hulk? Yes. But what good is all that speed, right? If you can't even harm your opponent. What good is that, right? Oh, and let's not forget, She-Hulk can tag him. She's been able to react to and catch Iron Man in his extremist armor. And keep in mind, this was a prepared Iron Man as well. And yet she was able to still react to, tag him, and straight up even catch him on multiple occasions. Keep in mind, Iron Man has been known to move in milliseconds and even react in picoseconds. Yeah, this has been something the extremist armor can do for quite a while. And the funny part about this is She-Hulk is tagging that armor like it's a casual Tuesday. I mean, it's unfortunately what's going to happen to Anissa, right? So unfortunate here. But again, at the end of the day, yeah, She-Hulk is straight up dominating Anissa, because now that she has the reaction speed or combat speed, or both, mind you, to actually be able to tag her. My question to y'all Invincible fans is this: what can Anissa do? What does she have? Because you can't say she's gonna just speed blitz her and just splatter herself on She-Hulk like most of the Viltrumites do when someone is substantially stronger and more durable than them. And again, She-Hulk is one-shotting her. One hit. You see, I'm trying to figure out when was it really okay to lowball these underrated characters. But maybe that is the problem. Despite the sheer fact that Marvel gives these characters the attention that they really do need and they deserve most of the time, mind you, they still find some way to get lowballed. Don't know how it is, don't know why it is. But again, we have the sheer fact that if I use a Celestial amped or a Celestial infected She-Hulk, she's overkill. But if I also give y'all a basic She-Hulk, the, well, current one right now, she dominates. Just tears Anissa in half like she does Vision right here. Keep in mind, this was a infected Vision as well, as he was infected with the Ultron virus and it was corrupting him. So She-Hulk still had to rip through his durability and just to, rip that man in half. And you might be like, oh, well, and this is pretty tough. Well, yeah, she gon' still, it's gonna be another Ragnar situation. And again, I'm wondering who's next. Wonder Woman? You guys are gonna use Wonder Woman next to try and justify Anissa being able to be here because Wonder Woman's vulnerability to piercing weapons has been exploited before? Yeah, so I think it's safe to say that She-Hulk beats down Anissa, takes her to court, and gets her properly prosecuted. But that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.